Yes, Disha, if you can keep talking to us, also take us once again through that statement that's coming in from the DGCA. Alright, we seem to have lost that connection with Disha. We'll try and connect with her while she gathers more details. But once again, these are condolences that are continuously trickling in. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Union Home Minister, who've spoken to the Chief Minister of Maharashtra to inquire about the cause of this incident, while condolences are pouring in. This is the statement also that's coming from the DGCA, which says that the Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra was on board along with two more personnel, two crew members. As per initial information, no person on board has survived the crash. This happened in Baramati, his hometown. This morning, this was an emergency landing. While attempting that emergency landing, the plane crashed. Let's go across to Disha again. Yes, Disha, give us more details.
Well, that is right. Right after the plane crash incident, the reactions from all the political parties have already started coming in. What we also understand, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has spoken to Devendra Fadnavis to take an update about what exactly has happened and also to offer condolences as far as Deputy Chief Minister Ajit Pawar is concerned. Because remember, the DGCA has confirmed that all the 5 people on board the Mumbai Baramati charter plane, including Deputy Chief Minister Ajit Pawar, died, and that is the confirmation coming in. In fact, we have also been looking at, as we speak, there's a huge crowd of NCP workers right outside the hospital in Baramati, where he was taken immediately by the response teams after the plane crash. Right from there, from the incident, we are looking at people gathered in thousands and thousands of numbers right outside the hospital as they really await to get some clarification. But of course, we all know that he has not survived the crash. However, more details are really coming in. What we also know that Devendra Fadnavis, the Chief Minister of the state, is also en route Baramati along with the other important officials from the Maharashtra government. Because remember, he has been part of the Maharashtra government for the past several decades. Baramati is where he lives. It is his home city, where he has been born and brought up, and he had a regular day today. He had public meetings, and that is why he was planning to come to Baramati today, and such tragic incident has taken place. Now, what really led to the crash? This is something which the authorities on the ground are assessing the entire situation. But as of now, these are the confirmed details which we can share at the moment.
Yes, Disha, requesting you to stay with us for the viewers also who are listening to the broadcast. Talk to us about the rise of Ajit Pawar as a key political leader in the state of Maharashtra. All right, we will just try and reconnect with Disha. But needless to say, Ajit Pawar has been among the most powerful and sometimes even polarizing figures in Maharashtra politics. His grip over administration is something which has been quite talked about. Disha, if you are with us, talk to us about the life and times of Ajit Pawar.
Well, absolutely, he has been amongst the most powerful and sometimes the polarizing figures in the Maharashtra politics, like his uncle and political mentor, Sharad Pawar. He understood politics like few others can, and of course, 16 years he has been in this political business. The NCP leader has been a significant figure in Maharashtra politics. In fact, he gradually made a name for himself and went on to become a mass leader. What we also know that he had a firm control over his party's organization and grassroots sort of a level workers in many parts of Western India. He started his political career in early 1990s, and he won his first Maharashtra Assembly election in 1991. He was also undoubtedly known as a no-nonsense leader. So he was one who loved to get his hands dirty with the administration, but also worked his way up the ranks of the NCP and became one of the most powerful leaders of the party. And he was also sworn in as Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister multiple times. So this has been his journey. He has served as the Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra with, of course, several other key departments such as finance and irrigation as his key roles. And he has been part of the Congress NCP coalition governments in the state for years and years now. So he has been sort of a most powerful leader in the room that you can say. And even this time around, of course, whenever the elections were held, he used to really go to every corner of the city where he was contesting, and he used to talk to the voters about what they really need. He used to talk to the people about what exactly are the demands, and he used to try and get solutions out of it. So that is the kind of Ajit Pawar that everybody knew. He was quite friendly, quite vocal also with the people that he knew, and his political career, of course, of spanning for 25 years, we can say, and that is why, and he played a very key role in the formation of governments here in Maharashtra.
Yes. Disha, also, if you can read us through the condolences that are pouring in at this stage from Priyanka Chaturvedi and the likes of other NCP leaders too, who are expressing their condolences and remembering the times that Ajit Pawar has served, he being the longest serving Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra.
Well, absolutely. So condolences are coming in from all the political circles, like I had rightly pointed out, because remember, he has been part of this for decades and decades now, and that is why he was pretty much aware about how politics works. And that is why we are looking at the statements coming in from Priyanka Chaturvedi as well, clearly stating that how, he was a man of his words. I mean, he kept all of his promises as far as the voters are concerned, and that is why he was known as the most prestigious man in the room as far as the political circles are concerned. And we've also seen how the love that is clearly visible if you see the visuals outside the hospital where he has been put up right now. There are thousands of NCP workers, the voters, the people who really loved him for his work for so many years. They have gathered right outside the hospital. It is really getting tough for the police even to manage the sort of the crowd that is really present at the hospital. So that is a kind of love that he has really left as far as the voters are concerned.
Yes. Disha, also, if you can take us to what you're learning, what's happening on the ground at this point. We understand that Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis is already en route Baramati. His family is also en route. Prime Minister Modi having spoken to the Chief Minister. What is it more that you're learning from your sources?
Well, right now, what we only know for the fact that we can share confirmation news is about that the family is en route. Devendra Fadnavis is en route. Most of the other political significant figures, they are also en route. The authorities at the crash site, they are assessing the situation to find answers about how really the plane crashed, because it exploded as per what the officials said while landing. So what exactly caused the crash? That is also being ascertained. Yes, so these are certain developments, but more and more, of course, news will come in as the day progresses.